Meld has just launched their public testnet. If you don't know about Meld, Meld is a decentralized non-custodial banking protocol building on the Cardano blockchain. Meld allows you to gain interest from lending your fiat and your cryptocurrency in their platform, but they also allow you, as their main use case, to get cash loans that are collateralized by your crypto holdings, and where your crypto will be gaining yield and working for you during the lifespan of the loan to help you actually pay the interests and pay the loan itself. Okay, and today we'll dive deeper into their testnet. I'll show you exactly how you can participate in their public testnet, because it's limited, it's not accessible to everyone, just people that apply to it. And I'll show you exactly how the testnet goes. As always, nothing in this video is financial advice, and today we'll dive deeper into the Meld testnet. Okay, I'll show you exactly how you can access this Meld testnet that is actually not that it's public, but it's not accessible to everyone. You need to apply and to enroll to access in this testnet, and I'll also show you how the testnet is, how it works, and how you can play with the MeldDapp and see what kind of features does it have. I think it's going to be very interesting. But of course, if meanwhile you want to learn more about Meld and their roadmap, their plans, how this Meld works, and also the great team they have behind this project, I'll leave a video here at the top explaining and diving deeper into the fundamentals and analyzing Meld. It will be certainly very useful and the best way for you to learn what Meld is and how it works in a fast and efficient manner. Okay. Coming here to Meld and their testnet, Meld's had launched before their private testnet, and everything went well, and now they have developed and they have moved to the next level, to the public testnet. Okay, but as I said before, the testnet is available to the general public, but they are opening this access in stages. Okay, giving out 100 access codes per week, so you need to apply in the Meld website, in the Meld Discord, I mean. You just need to join the Discord, the Meld Discord. I'll leave the link in the description as well. You just need to go to the general discussion channel or to any other channel. In fact, I did it in a different channel and it worked. I think I did it on Crypto News channel on Meld. And then you need to tap this code this /asset testnet command that you have here. And afterwards, you'll get, and you have here the example as well. And afterwards, you'll get this email prompt, and you just enter your email, and you'll get this message saying that they'll get back to you with an email. And then you, in that email you provided, you will receive an email from Meld with the code you'll need to use here in their page, in their testnet page. As you can see here, you need to access the Meld testnet, you need to use this code that you'll get in your email. So yeah, let's now move through with the testnet. Here is the page as you have here. I'll leave the link for the testnet below as well. And you just need to enter the code here to access the testnet. I'll enter my code that I received in the email. Of course, I will edit this part out because it's a private code. So once you've done this, you'll get this prompt by Meld showing you, telling you that you have to agree. And in my case, it says restore wallet. But the first time I tried it and I was recording, I thought I was recording, but my computer unfortunately was not recording, only the camera. So I was getting no image. So I have to do this again. But yeah, I created a wallet. The time I had to create wallet, now I have restore wallet, but the process is very similar. But it's the other way around. If you are creating your wallet, you'll first have the device, and you need to define what is the device that your wallet will be connected to. In this case, I decided this computer, and then you need to log in with your account. One thing that I did, and I don't know if you want to do the same, but I think you should, is to use the same account that I used to get the code. Okay, I don't know if there's problems if you don't, but if there is, you know, they are unnecessary, I would say. But yeah, now I have the login. I have some problems with the save device for some reason. But then they ask me the password and the security question. This is something you have to define. For example, if you created a wallet, you wouldn't have problems with the save device, and you just get now the password that you need to define. So you write it 2 times there to define it, and you get the security question. That is the one you choose, and you put the answer there. As you can see here, the password needs to have one uppercase, one number, and one special character. And this is my wallet, okay? My wallet has just been restored. And this is Meld, and I think it was super interesting to see this, here you get these first screens, super interesting. Here you see the balance you have, and here probably the total amount locked in this testnet. One thing that I think is very cool from this MeldApp is, as you can see here, you have your assets here, your test assets here. And this is not common in most testnets. In most testnets, you need to go to the Cardano testnet faucet. You need to get some, request some tokens, some T-ADA, Test ADA, and other tokens. And or even a project's faucet when they have one, and then you get those tokens into your wallet, and you can interact with these apps. In this case, whenever you create your Meld wallet, they already give you some test amount of the several tokens they have. Okay, so they have here some of the projects they have. They have MinSwap, the MinSwap token, ADA, World Mobile token. They have Meld, of course. They have Wing Riders token, Indigo's iAssets. And they also have Charlie 3, Kopi, and Oski. I have done videos on these projects, some really great projects on the Cardano blockchain, and I've in fact done some videos in two of them about Indigo and about Cornucopias. In fact, I'll leave the video from Cornucopias up here in the top. It's a super interesting and revolutionary project on Cardano and on the gaming industry, and they already have some very interesting deliverables and shows of their work. So it's something that you should definitely check, and is a project that you won't regret, and that in fact has a very interesting partnership with Meld. We have here our details, our overview. We have 9 assets, and we have the amount of assets here. Okay, and then we can just click, for example, in Mainnet, and here it's very interesting. We can receive more assets. As we have here our address, we can just copy it and paste it in our wallets and send the amounts we want through our wallets. And then we also have the send. Here Meld also shows us the amount of assets we have and its value in dollars, which is super cool. And we have here here are transactions, okay, where we can select the token we want to send. In this case is Min, and we can select the blockchain. This is interesting. Right now it's just Cardano, but Meld is working on going through other blockchains as well to be a multi-chain project, I would say. So very interoperable. So that's certainly interesting. One thing important here is in the send, in the receive, and this address. For example, here you have this MinSwap, but here if you go to Cardano, for example, you can click receive. You have this Cardano. But one thing that I thought is maybe we have different assets, different address for different assets, but no, it's the same address for all the assets. So you can send whatever asset you want to this address, as long as it's inside the Cardano blockchain, of course. And if you have other blockchains, you just need to be careful with the blockchains that you're sending assets to. Here, let's check the transactions. Yeah, so here are the transactions. First, the transaction we got, where we got all our Min ADA, and then this is a transaction I did, where I sent 1,000 ADA to my wallet. So very important here, this testnet version of Meld is in pre-prod version. Okay, so it's very important that we actually send the money, any money we do, and to our wallet in pre-prod. Okay, I'll probably put a small video here showing you how exactly you can do that, how you can put your testnet to pre-prod, but it's pretty simple. You go here, for example, to Nami, and what you can do is, I have here 2 test accounts, and what you can do is go to settings, go to network. Instead of mainnet, you select pre-prod, and you go back, and now you click receive, you get your address, and you put it here. And I'll make another transaction of 1,000, and here we get how much it costs. So time is 1 minute, and then we have a transaction fee of 0.2 ADA. We'll confirm this, and we'll send this, and it's gone. And now we will take a few moments to be uploaded into the blockchain. But yeah, very interesting that Meld has their own wallet, and I think it's just interesting to see, you know, are they the ones operating the wallet? How decentralized is this wallet? I think those are questions that are interesting for sure. Here in the bottom, we can report the bugs. Okay, just we put our email address, we choose the priority, what we think it is. We put the title, we describe the bug, and we can add screenshot, video, file. Really cool. I'll do that afterwards after this video. Then we can also request your features, which is really nice, really cool from them. And we also can give general feedback about what we think our experience was, which I do think is also extremely nice and extremely positive. I think it's also interesting to see that they have here NFTs. They have here NFTs here, but it's not working right now. I think it's not available for this test version, but I'll definitely dig deeper into this to see if this is a bug or if it's actually something that's not yet available. I do believe it's something that is yet not available. And then we have here supply and borrow. But coming back to the NFTs, yeah, that would be awesome. Imagine just having your NFTs where, it's not very liquid, but you could, use the value of those NFTs to get cash loans. That would be awesome. Just having that there, your NFT, and be able to get a cash loan collateralized on the value of your NFT, As natural, I have nothing supplied and nothing borrowed. So now let's check this out. I'll check also what I can supply and what kind of interest it gives me. Okay, not very great interest, I would say. I'll supply here ASCII tokens. They are the ones that give me the best interest and best variable yield. So here I'll supply the ASCII tokens. So here we have some information about the yield. The amount we supplied, that is 0 right now. The number, the pool utilization, I guess your rewards and your interest will be dependent on also like the amount of tokens in the pool and the supply for this kind of loans. So that's cool. The higher the pool utilization, likely the higher yield you're gonna get because there is less funds available considering the demand. But it's certainly something interesting to dive deeper to see how does Meld calculate these interest rates, because they are variable as we see here. They'll change depending on the demand and for loans and the supply of loans. We have some information here about liquidation threshold, liquidation penalty, and max LTV. Max LTV is maximum loan to value ratio, but liquidation threshold, I guess, it's when the funds are liquidated. Liquidation penalty 15%. I don't know what it is. Is it something that people will get? I don't know. Like, will I lose? Am I up to lose 15%, or is it the other person that will lose 15% and this 15% will go to us somehow as yield? I don't know. I'll need to dive deeper into that. So in this case, we'll supply here a certain amount of ASCII tokens. We can write the amount we want to supply for ASCII tokens, or we can in fact select the percentage here. I think that's easier, and I'll just give them all out. It's just test tokens, right? Cool. Transaction done and successful. Information not updated yet. It'll probably take a few minutes to read this information. It's here saying that the transaction is pending, so we'll see. Now I want to borrow some tokens. I don't know which tokens I'll want to borrow. I'll say USD. Okay, with the interest rate in this case to borrow, we'll check it here. In fact, let's come back here because I think it's interesting to see all the interest rates. Here in the can borrow and can supply, we can see all the interest rates for each of the token. In this case, ADA is the one with the lowest interest rate. ASCII, you have a big interest rate to pay. Also, IUSD, you have a decent amount of interest rate to pay as well. And here, already updated the app, and we can see the amount we supplied. There are the ASCII tokens in the value of 308 ASCII tokens. And we are getting a net API of 2.85%, which is around 8 euros. And with a very low risk factor. Awesome. Awesome. Like this stuff. So you will try to borrow it, I guess, is the one we pay the least amount of interest rates. So that's definitely important, I would say. And I'll borrow like what, 100 ADA? Can we do that? Something like that, something small. I'll confirm. I'll borrow. And yeah, successful. We just borrowed 100 ADA. Nice. So interesting. Also interesting to see that there's still no fiat amount available here. So it means that we won't be able, probably in this first version of the app, to actually do fiat loans backed by crypto, just loans with crypto to crypto, with these liquidity pools and these yield and interest rates that are variable depending on demand and supply. So very, very similar to Liquid right now, but with more assets since the beginning and a much better UI UX. This UI UX is great, even for crypto. Man, this is awesome. This is very good. This is very simple, very nice to understand. The only thing I would improve, I would say, is the liquidation info. Maybe have a information about what is this, what is liquidation threshold, what is liquidation penalty, max LTV, RF, what they are and how they are important for you to keep track of the loans. I'll research into that and try to give you an answer, probably in this video, or if not, in another video about Meld. But the thing is, like, most people won't actually go through Meld docs, see everything, dive deeper. They should, but they won't. And this will be confusing for them, and they might, drive them further apart from the protocol, or it's just another step they need to take to use the protocol. And sometimes that step is enough for people to give up. That's the reality of things and the reality of products in building, especially internet products and blockchain products nowadays. So yeah, we need to make it definitely simple. So that would be something great to add, and I'll add that as a feedback to Meld as well. I think they will appreciate it. But yeah, so far really cool, really interesting. Let's see, I can see what I supplied. I cannot yet see what I borrowed. And then here in the decentralized nation, we can see our address and we can disconnect our wallet. Okay. And then in terms of assets here, my OSCI token is not here anymore because it's being loaned. Okay, cool. Here the transaction has gone through. Super cool. Okay, so here we have a summary of the assets that are not borrowed, that are just on our wallet. And here is the assets that are borrowed and that we are using. Okay, so we have here, nice, we have here, we had a borrowing power of 48 something dollars, and we just borrowed under it in the value of 31. And yeah, we just supplied 310, so like a lot of collateralization. And we are still getting an API of 2.74 because we are earning assets from supplying them, and we are getting yield from those assets that we are supplying. And we have borrowed some ADA, but the yield we are paying is just 0.74. That's lower to the amount of yield we are supplying. So really nice. Of course, you need to take into consideration that, for example, ADA from all the tokens here is probably the less volatile one. Maybe IUSD would be less volatile, such as ADA, but it's probably the less volatile one, so, and the one with more liquidity, so it's naturally a low interest rate, while OSCI is incredibly volatile token, so it's definitely riskier to use it as collateral because its price fluctuates a lot and you might get liquidated. That's why maybe you have a so high risk factor, because your collateral here is not great. If you want to be really safe, you should use an asset like ADA that is more stable and that the collateral won't fluctuate as much, or you should use IUSD, and as long as it's able to sustain the levels of the peg, it shouldn't fluctuate as much either. One thing that I would also like to see here is JET. I think it would be very nice to have JET here for the loan side of the business, and to use as collateral, a safer approach, and even to borrow, to supply. It's interesting to get some yield on JET. So yeah, I would definitely like to see your JET, but so far really cool, don't you think? It's a very simple, very user-friendly app, and it's really nice. And once they have the fiat options here, I think it's going to be extremely useful. Right now it's already useful doing these assets and lending and getting some yield on your crypto, and being able to also borrow other cryptos you want at each given point in time. You can speculate in the market with that, and if you want, I can do a video about that, about how you can go long and short by using these kind of loans. If you want to, just drop it in the comments. But yeah, you can do already a lot, and once you have crypto here and you have cash loans here, from your crypto, I think it's going to be truly an amazing app on the ecosystem. Meanwhile, if you enjoy this kind of videos or you want to keep up with Meld and with other great projects in the Cardano ecosystem, please subscribe and turn on all the notifications bell so you'll get actually warned whenever I launch a video, and you can opt to watch it or not if it's a topic that interests you. And on my side, if you want more interesting protocols, I'll definitely advise you to take a look at Liquid. Okay, Liquid is doing something very similar with Meld. They are not doing the fiat part, but they have basically an app, a D app already launched that allows you to, on the mainnet, okay, that allows you to actually lend your crypto to a pool and get yield, and then also borrow crypto if you want to. So you should definitely check it out. It'll be here in the end screen, and on my side, I'll see you there.